Hello and welcome to the latest video in the Arduplane Build Series 2025. Now, if you've been watching the series all along, you will recognize this model here. This is a Heatwing T2 Cruiser. It's been built out with Arduplane. In here is a Cube Orange Plus and also a adhere for at the back. Everything that I've done so far, I have shown in the series, and this is a maiden flight. Just a quick word of advice here for those of you that are getting into the hobby. A maiden flight is not something that you're going to do and then try every single function out on. A maiden flight, in my humble opinion, is exactly that. It is just a flight to make sure that the basics are working and that all of the basic controls are going to be okay, and to do a bit of a shakedown, because you invariably find a couple of things that you want to tweak and change as you fly around, and then potentially, if everything goes okay with this flight, then maybe another one or two under your belt, then you can get onto tuning, and we'll do tuning in the next video. Now, standard stuff here when you are doing a maiden flight: triple check that everything is connected, triple check that you have all of the cables installed in the right way. We're going through the process so far with things like the servo reversing, and last time when we did the ESC calibration, everything should be okay. But if you're like me and a week or two kind of pass between you completing a build and taking it to the field, it's a good opportunity to reacquaint yourself with everything. Now, I am getting all the information through the Yahoo script here on what's going on. All the messages are appearing, so I can see how long it's taken for the system to initialize, get a solid GPS lock, for the IMU stuff to all be tickety-boo, and the EKF stuff, the Kalman filters, to all be happy with the level of GPS lock and everything that we've got. It is going to take a little bit of time, but while it's doing all of that stuff and GPS is locking, this is a great opportunity for us to do some checks. I am going to make sure that all of the control surfaces moved in the correct direction, and that is still absolutely right. All the servos are happy and free moving. All the carbon rods are installed. Any clips to retain the wings are actually deployed, in which they are. And it's also an opportunity to rock the plane backwards and forwards, up and down, and make sure that the control surfaces are correcting in the correct direction. Once all that stuff is done, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand the model plane over to my flying buddy Adam. Massive thanks to Adam for being my emotional support on this particular day and being my spotter and hat cam operator. What I'm going to do is arm the model, and then I'm going to flip it into launch mode. It is set for shake to wake, so he's going to give it a couple of wiggles. It's going to arm. The motors are going to spin it over a couple of seconds, and then he can throw it into the air, and we are flying. At this point, all I am doing is just flying it around, make sure it responds to elevator and also aileron commands, pitch and roll commands. I'm going to fly it just around in fly-by-wire A. I'm not interested in this point in testing out return to home. I'm not interested in flicking into manual. At this point, I just want to make sure that it's going to fly okay, the on-screen display is going to work, my HD system is going to not overheat, and everything's going to be tickety-boo, and there's no issues. I am getting a couple of things as I'm flying around here. One is that the Yahoo script is letting me know there isn't any local map data for this area that I'm flying in. So you know what? I don't think I've ever made a video of how to fix that. So that's a great one. I'll do an extra one of those. The other thing you're probably spotting here in the on-screen display is that although the voltage sensor is working, the current sensor isn't. So I'll do another video about how to configure that and to set up your PM system, your power module, so that the voltage is correct, because I think that is slightly out and I haven't got around to fixing that. But also, after this flight, we also need to sort out the current bits and pieces too, so I can see how much it's actually pulling. The rest of the on-screen display is working beautifully, again, mainly because I'm using Sneaky FPV's Ardupilot Contracts on-screen display font file. Now, I'm just going to fly it around. Again, this isn't about doing loops and rolls or pushing the envelope in terms of range. This is just a shakedown test to make sure all the basic configuration that we've done is going to work fine. Ardupilot's actually doing a lot of work in the background here, trimming all of the servos so that they're, if I wanted to go into manual, I absolutely can, but I'm starting to get comfortable here, and fly-by-wire A is a very serene, gentle mode for you to play with here. And because everything's working, I'm going to continue to fly around for a little bit longer, do a couple of passes, and then once I've got 2 or 3 minutes under my belt and everything's feeling absolutely tickety-boo, make a note of those handful of things that we need to address, and that is the maiden complete. The only thing to do then is to line up and to land as close as I can to our feet to minimize the walk to pick it up. So there we have it. The maiden is done. Everything that I've gone through in the series so far has obviously worked. There are a couple of things that we need to fix, the bits and pieces around the power module, and also making sure there is map data for this location, which isn't my home location. So Yapu was complaining all the way through that flight. However, that's a great place for us to go into the next couple of videos to finish the series off, to fix a couple of those issues, and then finally to get a tune done. Thank you for watching my video. Check out the playlist, and adding Pedantry 60 to your search terms will help you find my content. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps a lot. You can support the time I spend here answering questions and helping others by using the links in the video description.